Hey guys, what you doing? It's TheKillerDoll here, and today we're probably going to be talking about one of the worst accounts on Twitter.com. Meet TinderDistrict. An account where a woman details her experiences on Tinder with men to her followers on Twitter, and specifically goes into details such as genital shaming, as well as overall shaming men for just existing. And by shaming, I mean being really rude for no fucking reason. Don't believe me? Well, originally when writing the script you couldn't see her account, she ended up privating it, as everyone does when they fuck up severely. But you can now. She deleted the tweets we're going to be talking about, but doesn't erase screenshots. So what initially started all this? Well, there's these tweets that she posted which detail how she apparently got catfished by a guy during quarantine. And when I say apparently, I want to be very clear when I say that this chick has no idea what the definition of catfish is. I deadass still got catfished in quarantine. He wouldn't let me FaceTime him till we talked on the phone for a week, and I just did, and he looked nothing like his pics. I'm so tired of men. What do I do? What do I say? Why did you find me? Ah! Hey, I just wanted to say I totally understand if you don't want to talk anymore, but can I at least get an explanation of what happened last night? I'm nervous. You catfished me. You don't look like your pictures at all. Extremely rude. Blocked. Oh, okay, I understand. There are older photos from like a year ago. I just didn't realize I looked that different. I'm sorry it had that sort of impact. My bad. So she's clearly having a conversation with this guy who is just politely asking her what kind of happened between them talking and them now not talking, I'd assume. And if she wasn't being rude enough through this conversation as it is, because let's face it, you kind of sound like a jackass. Not the most pleasant or nice way to talk to someone, just asking a very, very simple question, but clout's a hell of a drug, I guess. Someone decided to ask her how exactly he looked, which was so vastly different from the pictures he was posting. And she put, so let's just talk about how this initial incident is pretty fucking bad, because apparently simps be simps and don't see shit. So how is this Chernobyl toxic waste of a post bad? Well, for starters, this Amy Schumer wannabe has no idea what the word catfish means, which I mentioned previously. Catfishing is a deceptive activity where a person creates a sock puppet presence or a fake identity on a social networking service, usually targeting a specific victim for abuse or fraud. Catfishing is often employed for romance scams on dating sites. And if you need an example of catfish, there is a lovely TV show which actually details exactly what a fucking catfish is, clear as day. You talk to a person on a dating site. You decide to meet up with said person. Uh-oh, it looks like you weren't talking to Michael B. Jordan. Instead, we're talking to Jekyll B. Morton. With TinderDistrict specific scenario in mind, this isn't catfishing, per the definition. This wasn't somebody's fake identity, this was actually their identity. The only difference was a couple pounds or so. I'm saying a couple pounds or so because I wouldn't be surprised if this chick was exaggerating, because again, anything for the clout. Because also apparently being an asshole to men is top tier Twitter content. You got your memes, you got your anime moods, and then you got treating men like shit for no fucking reason. Basically the issue I see in this is that yes, she does deserve to talk to somebody that she's attracted to and all that stuff, but she doesn't deserve to go on Twitter and put them on blast for her, at the time, 22K followers. Anyone can stumble upon it online, and you don't deserve to do that just because you don't find somebody to be attractive. Really not hard to be a decent person and not do that. Now there's a second reason as to why this post is bad, and that actually directly ties into the hypocrisy of TinderDistrict. TinderDistrict makes it a blatant point to point out that this dude looks a lot different from his pictures online to him in person due to an increase in weight. However, the hypocrisy is only amplified due to how much she loves to talk and retweet about fat phobia, when it happens to women, of course. It's truly baffling how many of my dates feel okay blatantly telling me on dates that they don't like overweight women. Like, just because I'm slim doesn't give you a pass to let me know you're a fat phobic piece of shit. So bizarre. Gee, it's almost like you think talking about somebody's weight is a dick move, but yet did the same thing to someone else. But you know, like you're doing the same thing, except to like 22,000 people who follow you and for anyone who stumbles across it because you put this blatantly on the internet. I truly can't imagine being so fucking blind to being this hypocritical. Like, you don't want men talking about it like this, but you just gladly did that to 22,000 people plus, because you know, it's the internet. But as a lot of people brought up, and what I think is like the biggest factor with this, she's a woman talking about a man like this, and therefore it's not seen as necessarily bad. However, if we found a man doing this about a woman, I have no doubt Twitter would fucking crucify him to the point where he'd probably get his fucking account deleted, to be completely fair. And typically the men who do this do get fucking crucified, so can we please start doing this to women as well? I think that's very fair. You know, equal rights, equal fights, but instead of fights, it's equal rights, equal getting shit on Twitter.com. If you thought the hypocrisy ended there though, unfortunately it doesn't, because her retweets really just amplify that shit. TinderDistrict basically retweeted a tweet that talked about Adele's weight loss, saying, "If you have an opinion on anyone's weight that's not your own, you're a freak." Let's discuss the contradiction. Again, you are literally complaining about a guy's weight on Tinder to all of your followers on Twitter. Basically talking about this dude due to his weight, which according to this retweet should not fucking concern you. You're going off about this dude's appearance and weight, and to be frank, you do this with pretty much every dude that you talk about on here. And there's really no justifiable reason for this. You're not putting him on blast for being a jackass. You're not going off on him because he said something extremely fucked up. You're literally putting his weight out there for everyone to find out about and just putting him on blast because of his appearance and specifically weight. Talk about fat phobia, jeez. But I guess fat phobia, or in this case just being a jackass, only matters if it's happening to women, at least according to TinderDistrict. So that's what TinderDistrict said, and that is the hypocrisy for you. However, instead of listening to the criticism that she was actually given and thinking, you know what, maybe I fucked up, maybe that is something I should have thought, blah blah blah, she decided to double down like any other internet sensation. "I update my pics like once a week, but it's not hard to use something of what you look like currently." In his case, he gained at least 60 pounds, which is totally fine if you represent yourself accurately. I genuinely don't think I've seen anyone as vapid as this bitch. Alright, I'm calm, I am zen. People like her actually fucking exist, which is fucking horrid to know that y'all exist after high school. I'm calm. I actually can't fathom updating your pictures weekly because that probably means that you're taking pictures weekly. So let's just think about it in my case for a second, okay? It takes me about an hour to shower because I like to just kind of saturate myself. Also, if I'm doing like a hair mask, that can take a little bit of time too, you know? Treat yourself. Takes me about an hour to do my hair because it is a really weird process with bangs, and now that I'm doing some things to make sure the frizz is toned down, it could take me about an hour, maybe 2 hours to do my hair. Makeup can run me about an hour to 30 minutes. It just depends on what I'm doing and if I fuck up. If I fuck up, it's an hour. Picking out an outfit can take 30 minutes or so because honestly, I'm picky. So just for me alone, it can take me around 3 hours and maybe 30 minutes to get ready. And to do that all to just take a fucking picture for Tinder, please, for the love of God, get a job. Secondly, some people don't realize that they've actually fucking gained weight. And I'm frankly a fantastic example of that. When I transferred from community college to an actual university, I weighed about 125 to 130 pounds. Throughout my first semester of university, I kept buying medium-sized shirts because that is the size that I was, it's the size that I always have been, size that I always wore. And I really didn't notice a change in my weight throughout that whole semester. At the end of the semester, however, I realized that I basically gained 30 pounds, was a size large, and overall was definitely a lot chunkier than I was. And I can tell you for a fact, I wouldn't have updated my Tinder profile to more recent pictures if it wasn't for the fact that I bleached the fuck out of my hair. Not because I didn't like the way I looked, but because I really wasn't noticing these changes at all. Some people don't realize these things, and I'm a great example of that. And I'm also a great example of how it works backwards as well, because I'm currently losing weight, but I still feel like I look the way I did at 161 pounds, and I'm 144 pounds now. That's mental illness, love. It's something I wouldn't be surprised that the dude's going through, because he did say that he took those pictures like a year apart, and he didn't think he looked any different. Which, by the way to be a complete dick and probably make him incredibly self-conscious because he had no fucking clue that he apparently looked so different. And lastly, I want to touch on that little dig at the end, the little "if you represent yourself accurately" dig. Because I have the perfect comparison for you, TinderDistrict. Here's a picture of you off your Instagram. You have a good amount of makeup on and probably a filter or so to add to it. Now, I thankfully have not had the pleasure of seeing you on Tinder because if you were into women, I would be swiping left. Not because you're not attractive to me or anything, but because you're a jackass. But if your Tinder is anything like the pictures I can see on your Instagram, all I have to say is this. You need to stop using all that makeup in your pictures, and you definitely need to drop using a filter because honestly, that's catfishing. You are not representing yourself accurately, are you? Now, before anyone calls me a jackass for this, I am not being serious when I say that. Feel free to wear as much makeup as you want and use filters in your pictures on Tinder. I don't fucking care. But basically, that's what TinderDistrict is doing to this dude, except it's not for something like makeup or using a filter on your pictures. She's doing it about his weight. Something he can't fix within 5 minutes. I honestly feel like if you start using the retort represent yourself accurately, it basically gives permission for people to go after all the other things that you use, such as filters and makeup and pictures. Again, I know that it is something that people have brought up that men say is that women are catfishing with all the makeup they wear. I think that's just as stupid, and it's just as stupid to go after somebody's weight and calling them catfishing for that reason. Makeup does not alter your literal fucking identity unless you're some fucking SFX artist and you're doing that cool shit with your face. Likewise, I think the same thing could be said for weight. You're not changing your identity, that is you, just at a lower weight, which you, again, may not realize you're not at anymore. Basically, I don't think the dude may have realized that there was a difference in his weight just from how he came across in the message, and what you're saying could basically be flipped on you, so I'd be very careful with saying that. So that is everything that happened to TinderDistrict and how she doubled down on everything. And while people were definitely calling her out for this, a lot of people were also defending her.
Yeah, but let's be honest here, he did catfish her. Either way, boy, girl, girl, boy, it's still 60 pounds. That's a catfish.
I would like to reference my previous statement of saying that that is not what the word catfish means, and that you all really need to start looking up words before using them in statements. Because you just sound dumb.
Yes, it is. You're tricking the person into thinking you look different than you actually do. Guys say girls catfish when they look completely different with no makeup on, so how is this any different?
Again, please look up the term catfish. You sound... And exactly, it is no different, and they're both fucking wrong. You looking different without makeup on isn't catfishing just as much as using a picture of you a little less chubby isn't catfishing as well. Just because I fill in my eyebrows and throw on some fake eyelashes doesn't mean I'm no longer Justine. I'm definitely still Justine. Much like a guy who gained some weight still using a picture from when he didn't have that weight. He's not a different person, that is still his identity. It just isn't necessarily how he accurately looks right now.
I mean, if the reason he doesn't look like his pics is 60 plus pounds or 10 inches of hair, it is what it is. She's not making fun of him, she's stating a fact that his pics aren't what he looks like now, and it's really not fair for people to post photos of themselves like that on dating apps.
Again, if we want to go down the road of saying that somebody is not the same person with a little bit more hair or a little bit more pounds to them, then I'm going to use the same argument that some guys may use. Stop putting filters on your pictures and using makeup for your Tinder pictures. It's the same thing then, isn't it? It's just a fucking slippery slope. If you want him to use the most accurate pictures possible, then you better do the same thing without filters and without a lot of makeup on sometimes. But that's just bad and mean when saying that to a woman, I guess.
Seeing people shit on my fave is frustrating because y'all shit on men constantly. TinderDistrict apologized and deleted her tweets when she realized she made a mistake. SMH. I am heated. Y'all will do anything to hate on attractive women when they fuck up.
I genuinely don't know where to start with this one. Do I start with saying that attraction is subjective and that has no reason as to why people are criticizing her? The fact that another dunce has misconstrued criticism as hate because it's against somebody that they like? Or that this is clearly not an isolated incident and her entire Twitter is based off this shtick of going after men for no fucking reason? I think we'll talk about the last one because the first two are self-explanatory. TinderDistrict's entire account is based on her experience on Tinder, and this isn't a case where it's she rates dogs, where they are specifically going after people who have said very fucked up things to people. TinderDistrict's account solely focuses on shaming men she willingly interacts with for whatever reason she could think of, while basically displaying that she's a fucking psychopath. Honestly, TinderDistrict is the most men bad lol person I've ever seen on Twitter.
Are men real?
Which is followed by a text from a dude just saying that life's been hectic for him and he doesn't see the relationship being serious, which is what he's looking for. Just a normal, straightforward text. It's not like he's saying, hey bitch, you're fucking psychotic. Adios. Which, to be fair, would be justifiable, but that's besides the point.
Men do not deserve rights.
Which is followed by a series of texts where a guy says he's sorry for being inconsistent and that he really doesn't want to pursue anything further, and she proceeds to basically blame him for her having an anxiety attack, which is never cool. One of the things I've talked about in therapy with my counselor regarding my anxiety is that it's never really a person's fault, it's the situation you've been put in. Also, I love how the text is basically her saying, I'm such a good person and because you're not, I'm having an anxiety attack. Like, I can't imagine that. Unfortunately, it's clearly real and has happened.
Guy I went on a second date with yesterday hasn't texted me. Do we think it's because I showed up blackout drunk, or because I cried in his bed, or because I left the date to go on a date with another guy, or something else? He just texted me, confirmed I am hot enough to be psycho.
Gonna be honest here, no one is hot enough to go psycho. It's not cute, sis. But hey, she'll probably just chalk this up to her being a comedian and me just not knowing what's funny. But come to think of it, I guess my Amy Schumer comparison was pretty accurate. And last but certainly not least, the piece de resistance.
This is it, guys. This is what I got. Shout out to Carolyn Calloway for the inspiration and to my phase where I made guys go down on me but wouldn't sleep with them for this list not being longer.
Where she details that she didn't sleep with the guy because his dick was ugly. Online to, at the time, 22,000 people that follow her, and for anyone who stumbles upon this. The only dick that's ugly here is you with your ugly personality, TinderDistrict. She was actually called out for this tweet by a sex educator who said that this was really wrong and that she does have students come up to her with a fear that people will find their genitals ugly and not want to sleep with them. To which TinderDistrict, of course, maturely replied, he'll be fine. Yeah, you know, let's just completely ignore what a literal sex educator said because I'm sure you, TinderDistrict, know so much more than them on this topic. But I have no doubt that if somebody said that her pussy looks like dried up roast beef or smells as rotten as her personality, she'd throw a tantrum. But yeah, this is clearly not an isolated incident. This is apparently her entire Twitter account. It's not an expose somebody for saying something fucked up thing, again, like She Rates Dogs is. It's let me talk shit on this guy who was just being nice to me because I'm a girl boss. That's the kind of page this is, and frankly, it's pretty fucking gross. Now, since all of this has happened, she has unprivated her page as of now when I'm filming this and not writing the script. She has started bragging about how many follower requests she's gotten because, yes, Jessie, that is what happens when you say something fucked up and immediately private yourself. And she's made an honest to God, really half-ass apology, which just turns into her basically playing the victim.
Hi guys, sorry if any tweets I have posted come off as body shaming. I've deleted them, talked to people about how I can do better, and will do so going forward. But FYI, I don't think the way to address it is to DM me that I'm fat and ugly. I appreciate all of you very much.
Yeah, you really could have ended it at the I will do so going forward, but you really wanted to play victim at the end, so hats off to you for fucking that up. You had a genuinely good apology and fucked it up with playing victim at the end. Hats off to you. You also fucked it up by going to every comment that talks about how you fucked up by saying that people are telling you to kill yourself because, you know, that's ignoring that you fucked up. This apology literally sounds like, yeah, what I did was wrong, but I also find it very hilarious how she mentions that her tweet could have come across as body shaming when, according to all the shit you retweet, it was, don't dance around it just because it's a dude. It was body shaming. You could have ended the apology with saying that you'll do better and that would have been perfect, but of course you had to bring up poor you at the end, and that is where your apology just seems like shit. So, what have we learned today?
TinderDistrict oozes hypocrisy through the fact that she wants to talk about men's weight but constantly talks about the fat phobia women face and that talking about a woman's weight is bad. TinderDistrict is clearly a vapid and brain-dead person because she pushes the idea of representing yourself accurately while not realizing that some people may not realize they look different in comparison to a year ago, and because, well, that same argument can be applied to her rather easily. This is not an isolated incident from TinderDistrict, and that can be seen through how TinderDistrict constantly goes after men for just saying they're not interested in her, and with her just continuously shaming men's genitals. And lastly, TinderDistrict's apology is nothing more than a half-assed attempt to be a victim due to how she ended it and continuously talks to people who bring it up.
Overall, TinderDistrict is a woman who loves to push a very positive message about not judging people for their weight, and even not talking about weight. Unless they're a guy. And her platform is built on the idea of that whatever she says can't be bad because she's a woman, of course, saying it to men. And things that would be deemed as rude to say to women are totally okay to say to men. Anyways, that is gonna do it for this video. This is genuinely something that agitates me because there is definitely a hypocrisy when it comes to these topics. If a man were to have an account completely doing this, I guarantee that it would probably be taken down because so many people would have reported it on Twitter. However, TinderDistrict is able to do this freely without anybody reporting her account or taking offense to it because its focus is on men. There's genuinely nothing funny about shaming somebody for their weight or how they look or their genitals even. As mentioned by the sex educator, it does have a consequence. Basically what I'm trying to say here, TinderDistrict, is if you wouldn't like it if a dude did it to you, I don't know why you do that to a dude. But yeah, after going over TinderDistrict's account and just seeing how she comments and handled this situation, I just think she's a very hypocritical and vapid person, and while I do hope she changes and does grow from this situation, I doubt that's gonna happen because this is what her whole Twitter account is based off of. Because why learn from your mistakes when you can just get more clout on the fucking Bird app? So yeah, if you use Tinder, maybe stay away from this chick because she's clearly only in it to make fun of you in the end. Now, I'm not trying to promise anything, but if you do like and subscribe to this video, I can guarantee that you will be safe from TinderDistrict and her horrible clutches of shaming you for no fucking reason. Even if you're a woman, let's protect everyone out there, shall we? But like, if you don't do that, there's no protection. Like, you're fucked. Have fun. She's gonna make fun of your dick. Just a heads up, I am gonna be working on a bit longer of a video throughout the next couple of weeks. It's something that I've wanted to film for quite some time, but I just never got around to because life. I'll hopefully be able to put out more content between now and then, but because I'm working and I'm taking a summer class, shit's a bit rough right now. My mental health is going down the drain. But if I don't upload for a bit, I promise it's because I'm trying to work on this bigger video. And until that video comes out, or a shorter one comes out, I promise I'm not bailing on you if I don't put a shorter one up, I'll see you guys later. Bye!